Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Let me tell y'all something. You see this picture right here? That is not what we expected to see last night. Jaron Broner Ennis failed the test. I repeat, he failed the test. Now, I'm not going to sit here and jump off the Boots bandwagon, but it's like I've said in numerous videos. Jaron Boots Ennis passes the eye test, but he hasn't passed the test. And what I mean by that is he hasn't fought anybody elite. Okay? Now, what we saw happen in there last night for Jaron Broner Ennis was someone who was trying to impress that damn crowd again. He did the same bullshit that he did when he fought Chukhadzyan the first time on the Tank Davis undercard. Out there talking to the crowd, trying to look cool, trying to look flashy, and he wasn't able to catch up to the man. Got in the ring last night, trying to look cool, trying to look flashy, because he was embarrassed. Because he was getting hit with some hard Ukrainian bombs. Boots Ennis proved that he has a chin. There were several times in that fight where Chukhadzyan hit him. And Boots, his knees buckled. His knees buckled. So what I'm going to say is, right, I think Boots failed the test. Now, I'm not saying that with the mindset that Chukhadzyan's a bum. I've been saying all week, it's been 2 years since he fought Boots. And while Chukhadzyan's been working and getting better, Boots has been inactive in trying to figure out his career. We saw Boots fight Ennis, didn't look sharp. He wasn't that guy that fought Roman Villa, okay? He wasn't that guy. Fought Ennis, fight didn't look that good for Boots. Came up here against Chukhadzyan last night. Fight didn't look that good for Boots. So you say, what's Boots doing wrong? I'm going to tell you what's going on here. Boots is doing what Boots is able to do. He's not Terrence Crawford, people. He ain't Mayweather. Shit. I call him Jaron Broner Ennis just because of the way he was throwing them wide shots and wide hooks and, putting his forearm on the opponent and trying to get on the inside and come to the body and come upstairs. Like, he was fighting like Broner. Why would somebody want to try to fight like today's version of Broner? Now, Broner back in the day, yeah, he was a monster. Boots was sloppy. He was off balance. He was missing the mark. And Chukhadzyan was just putting the bing counters all over Jaron Broner Ennis. Now, y'all can say what y'all want, but I'm telling you, Ryan Garcia's called him out. Devin Haney's talked about fighting him. Now, I'm not going to come out here and take it to the stupid. But what I will tell you is, when it comes to boxing, Jaron Boots Ennis didn't prove to me that he could outbox Devin. Now, Jaron Boots Ennis has got the power. He's got the chin. And he's I want to say a boxer puncher, but he's more like a brawler boxer. Brawler, then a guy who does a little bit of boxing. He's like 80% brawler. When have you seen him do anything really, really magnificent boxing-wise? Chukhadzyan last night was fighting like a Ukrainian. When I say Ukrainian, Lomachenko, Usyk, angles, up and down, staying in the pocket, getting on the outside, sharp counters. Chukhadzyan did 100% of everything absolutely correctly. The problem with Chukhadzyan, he didn't have the power. He didn't have the Ukrainian missile to unload on Jaron Boots Ennis. if he was able to detonate one of those Ukrainian missiles on Jaron Boots Ennis, he would have knocked Jaron Boots Ennis out cold. And he was able to still buzz Jaron Boots Ennis with his pew-pews. He wasn't hitting him with the katow, but pew-pew over and over. And Boots was feeling that shit. Boots on his left cheekbone developed a knot. Anyway, Boots right now is pondering whether he wants to move up to 154 and fight Virgil Ortiz, or stay at 147 and face the champions. I'm going to tell you again, I'm not even sure he can outbox Devin Haney, but he's got the power, he's got the chin. Ryan Garcia, look, I don't like Ryan Garcia, right? Because I just can't get over his rants. It's not even the shit about black people, George Floyd. He talked about Jews. He talked about everybody. And it just, plenty shit starts to stink. Him and Devin, the clomiphene, him out here. I don't like Ryan Garcia, okay? Hopefully he gets his shit together, but I don't think I'll ever want to really, nothing to do with that dude, right? But I got to be real about Ryan Garcia as a fighter. He can fight. That speed he has, Amir Khan-like speed, right? Ain't nobody else out here with hands that fast. That power he has, and that left hook, De La Hoya type power. The freakish shit. Just barely touch you and tranquilize you, okay? So Ryan Garcia has got all the tools it takes to fight someone like Boots Ennis and knock him out. And I'm just being honest with you. So Boots Ennis can sit there and take offense to the idea of him fighting Ryan Garcia. Like, make the fight then. Get in the ring with me. See how it goes. Jaron better be careful what he's asking for. Because if Ryan, who is going to land, people, Ryan Garcia is going to land on Boots Ennis. And you know why? Not just because of his speed. You know why? Because Jaron Boots Ennis is devoid of discipline. He's going to be in there with his hands around his knees, thinking he's cute. And every time he did it, Chukhadzyan landed. Big ass left hooks on him. It only takes one from Ryan. So I'm going to tell you right now, I think Ryan beats Jaron Boots Ennis. Just me. Too much speed. Too much power. And Jaron Boots, he has very little discipline. Too many bad habits. That's just my opinion. Now y'all can say, screw you, head champion. You don't know nothing about boxing. You bastard. You knee jerker. Hey, yo, subscriber. Hey, yo, screw you. Be real about it. Jaron gets in there with a guy like Ryan Garcia. You know his speed alone, he's going to be able to land shots. But if you drop your hands down around your goddamn knees and you're not really moving your head, you think he's going to survive if Ryan hits him with that shit? Could be bad. But anyway, Jaron Boots Ennis is going up to face Virgil Ortiz. Now, I do think I'll put it to you this way. I remember having a study for a promotion test, right? And I remember the first time I took a promotion test, I didn't study. So, of course, I didn't get promoted, right? And then I remember I felt like I saw people who studied and got promoted, and I was like, I'm smarter than that motherfucker. How did he or she get promoted? So then the next time came around, I had to study. I studied, right? And I gave about the 90% effort. I missed promotion by 1 point. 1 point. And I was going crazy. I was like, somebody write me a medal or something so I can get that. Because depending on the medal, it's equivalent to a certain amount of points. So if I would have had somebody write me the lowest medal, I could have got 1 point and got promoted. Nobody did that for me. So what happened? My back was in the corner. So I felt. And I said, you know what? It's time for me to rise to the occasion. I'm going to make sure everybody knows to take me fucking serious. So when I got in those books, man, I committed to memory 100% of everything that I read and studied. So, of course, when I took the test, I blew the shit out the water. And then every time after that, I got promoted. So the next time, I got promoted the second time. But I barely missed it the first time. And then the time after that, I got promoted the second time and the time after that, both times I got promoted the first time. But what I'm saying is, Boots Ennis is kind of like me, where I had an opportunity for people to take me serious. And I kind of missed the mark. Some bad habits, not listening, people saying, oh, you can't get promoted. And I was like, yeah, all right. So I bought into that. It takes 3-4 times for you to even be able to make it. But if I wouldn't have bought into that, I could have probably made everything first time. Anyway, when I did decide, you know what, I'm tired of effing around, I'm gonna do this the right way with some discipline. My career took off. And when I watch Jaron Boots Ennis, I think it's the same thing. He's saying to himself right now, I had an opportunity against Evanesian. I failed the test. Here with Chukhadzyan, even though Chukhadzyan deserves all the credit in the world, Boots still failed the test because he didn't show the discipline it took to be able to get in there and really impress the fans and the crowd and his colleagues in boxing. But now he gets a third opportunity with Virgil Ortiz, is what it sounds like the direction is going. And Boots says he's going to rise to the occasion. Depending on who I'm fighting, then you fight better. And I kind of agree with that. It's like if you go, if you're walking down the street and a chihuahua gets loose and chases after you, you're going to probably run from the chihuahua, right? But you're just kind of like, whatever. At some point, you may turn around and kick that little motherfucker. But if a goddamn pit bull gets loose, you're going to probably run pretty goddamn fast. And you may just get yourself up, climb up in a tree or some shit. But if a lion is coming after you, you're going to have to turn into Superman and shit. You're going to have to goddamn fly. And I think with Boots Ennis, he's realizing, all right, the Chihuahua is no longer after me. The pit bull's no longer after me. When it comes to the fans, they've turned into lions. They're roaring, and they're looking to tear my ass up if I don't come out here and figure this out. So if he fights Virgil Ortiz, like he fought last night, I think Virgil Ortiz beats him. And he can say Virgil Ortiz is easy. He just comes straight forward. This is the problem with fighters who talk like how Boots Ennis is talking about Virgil Ortiz. Does he not realize Virgil Ortiz is over there with Robert Garcia? Robert Garcia and his team put together outstanding game plans. And 9 times out of 10, they win. And Boots can think that all he has to worry about is a guy coming straight at him and just, with no intelligence, just kind of recklessly throwing combinations. Boots is going, if he was having a tough time in there getting backed up by Chukhadzyan, he going to shit a Philly brick in that ring with Virgil Ortiz. So he can say what he wants. But Jaron, Broner, Ennis, he better wake his ass up. Because he didn't give Chukhadzyan any credit. He was more or less like, what I didn't do and should listen to my corner. Fuck, ain't nothing. You couldn't do it because Chukhadzyan wasn't letting you. Every mistake Boots made, Chukhadzyan capitalized. I don't know who Chukhadzyan trained with. I don't know what they did the last 2 years. But every single mistake Jaron Boots made, Chukhadzyan made him pay. Those scorecards were bullshit too. I'm not saying Chukhadzyan won, but they didn't give him the credit he deserved for that work that masterpiece he put on last night. If Chukhadzyan had a little more goddamn power to detonate the Ukrainian missile, I am telling you, Jaron Boots Ennis would have been blown to pieces. There would have been all kind of boot shrapnel all over the ring and shit, all over the crowd. People would have been sitting there with all kind of pieces of boot stuck in their ass. Anyway, man, let's see what happens. This Virgil Ortiz fight. It's tough. Talking about he can't make the weight and making the weight is tough and all that. It wasn't motivated for Chukhadzyan. That's all excuses, man. But what he better figure out is if he don't get his shit together, Just like some people didn't want to see him fight Chukhadzyan, they may want to stop seeing Jaron Boots in his fight. And I'm just being real with you, okay? Because Boots was supposed to be the boogeyman. Now it's Jaron, Broner, Ennis, and that's what he's looking like to me. So he better be careful moving up, because moving up, shit gets real. Just like Broner realized after he got beyond 140. 147 wasn't that easy, you know what I'm saying? And Boots may realize that, as soon as he goes to 154. Talking about Crawford, Crawford would kill him. Crawford would kill Boots. I'm just telling you. Ain't no way in the world Boots beats Crawford. Hell no. Crawford would knock his ass out. I give it 2 rounds, Crawford would knock him out. Cold. Bozy had to get in there and scrape Boots up and scrape up Jaron, Broner, Ennis off the canvas. I'm serious, man. Anyway, Boots made $1 million to face Chukhadzyan. He wants bigger fights. He may get his wish. I kind of would like to see him just clear out 147, but let me tell y'all something. One thing Eddie Hearn said that y'all gotta, hopefully y'all locked on to, where he was like, there's a lot of money for Boots to face Ortiz February 22nd in Saudi Arabia. You gotta excuse me, I got a cold, right? You know what I took from that? What I took from that is Eddie Hearn don't have to worry about putting up no money for Brian Norman Jr., Stanley Eunice, or Barrios. Eddie Hearn didn't want to pay those guys the money that that he should have paid them to make the fucking Boots fight. Okay? That's the problem here, people. Now you got Turkey Al-Sheikh ready to put the money up for Boots to fight Virgil Ortiz. And you know why Eddie Hearn is pushing that? Because he's like, oh, I don't have to worry about the financial risk. It's all Turkey Al-Sheikh. I sit back, I'll get my little piece of the pie, and it's all good over here, baby. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But I'm on to Eddie Hearn. He don't give a shit. He just don't want to lose no more money. And he's going to sit there and push Boots for that fight. And I'm telling you right now, I don't think Boots is ready. I'm telling you. If he beats him, great. I'm rooting for Boots over Virgil Ortiz. How about that? But I'm telling you, I think Virgil Ortiz beats him. He ain't show me shit, man. He ain't show me shit. So, but I tell you one thing for sure: if he fights Virgil Ortiz, he ain't gonna be no negative 4,000 favorite. So when it comes to betting odds, I bet you people are gonna be betting on Virgil Ortiz to beat Boots. I bet you Ortiz gonna be the betting favorite. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to make some money, and no way in the world you're gonna make no money off of Boots fighting Chukhadzyan last night, because Chukhadzyan had, by the bookie said he had no chance of winning. But when Boots fights Ortiz, you may have a chance to win some money betting on Boots, because I have a feeling Ortiz will open up as a favorite. Just my opinion. So we'll see. Because absorbing them blows from Chukhadzyan is one thing, but absorbing shots from Virgil Ortiz, that's another. That is another. But anyway, we'll see if he gonna respect the power of Ortiz, because he didn't respect Chukhadzyan's power, and that's why, according to them, he fought the way he did and didn't do it like what his dad said and set up the knockout. He just went in there looking for the mash-up, crash-up. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Dreams of becoming undisputed at 147. Sounds like the ship has sailed. But I don't think he wants to fight any more easy or bottom tier guys. He wants the guys at the top of the division at 147 or move to 154. I think he should do it, but he's got to work through those fundamental deficiencies that he has. The number one being lack of focus and discipline. Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Jaron, Adrian, Broner, Ennis got his back against the wall. What's he gonna do next? In the breeze.